2008, the financial crash. And all of a sudden our executive committee thought I was really smart. But I wasn't. I just was at the right place at the right time and reacted to it. And we weathered the storm. We never laid off anybody during that time. We continued to give the owners the same amount of cash that we gave them in good times. And we gave raises to everybody throughout the entire time. We never didn't give increases and never laid anybody off. So, but the economy looks really good right now. The biggest effect on the economy and the stock market is our great government at war with each other. You know, if the Democrats and the Republicans would just stop fighting and focus on doing what's right for the country and playing politics, then the stock market would go even higher. And you know, but everybody in Washington, I have to go there twice a year to lobby, and you know, it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, they all lie, they all don't tell the truth, and you know, you can't trust any of them, and it's just so sad that our country has come to that you know, that they can't, you know, whether you're for the wall or not, doesn't matter. Really, you're going to close the country down and you're going to stop everything over $5 billion wall. Every one of those people in Washington probably has a wall around their house, but yet they're not. And every one of them have voted for walls in their past. So really, that's what you're fighting over? I mean, come on, let's move on. There are bigger and more important things in this country to worry about than some stupid wall in the south border. Yeah, but that's the problem. They're all fighting because they're all, you know, one side or the other. But that, if anything has an effect on our economy, it's that. Right now, it's that infighting and one or the other trying to prove that the other one is wrong. And so when you constantly hear that in the media, you know, all of us, as we hear that in the media, you start thinking that it's a problem. In big business and companies make investments, big, huge capital investments based on how secure they think the world is and the country and everything else. If they see all of this infighting, they start getting worried. It's not that they don't have the money. It's not that U.S. companies aren't doing well. They're all doing very well. And they all are very cash rich. But they are really timid about making huge investments because they're worried about, okay, what if they find something on Trump? You know, is he going to get impeached? What will that do to the economy and everything else? And they're thinking, okay, we just made $1 billion investment, and now all of a sudden the economy tanks because they're fighting over politics up in Washington and not really worrying about the real world. And you know, that we might have neighborhoods where people are starving or have issues or whatever. You know, it's sad. But anyway, we want to open to questions.
Questions and time for some envelopes.
Oh, great. So
we got.
Did you write some questions down?
I got some questions.
Okay, so you're going to be.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're going to be the person that decides who put their hand up first.
Oh.
I better move back here and get a,
Okay.
get the big.
So, what's your first question?
How much money did Hyatt pay for the hotel in Orlando?
Who raised it?
The last
It was. Oh no. 720.
That's correct.
I'm sorry.
I remember.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
What's it say?
Take three.
A grilled dinner for two.
Huh? Capriccio Grill, dinner for two. That's our steakhouse. Go ahead. What's the next one?
All right. Where did he grow up? Childhood.
Oh, geez.
I think it
Yeah,
was,
shoes.
I think it was, I think.
The second one.
What was it?
Caribbean.
Caribbean. Very good.
Online it said Miami. Is
No, I
that-
lived in Miami.
You lived in Miami?
Yeah, but I grew up in the Caribbean. What's your front one? What's it say on the front?
Afternoon tea for two at the Peabody.
Yeah, in the Schaefer Leaf.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's great. You'll love it. It's a full meal. What's next?
What's one of the boards he's on? I saw a blue jacket.
Memphis and May.
There.
Yeah, you leave your hand
I know everything.
So if somebody's already won, don't raise your hand.
It just confused me.
Yeah, so,
I'm already confused.
and you gotta put your hand down, you can't just keep it up. Okay, ready?
How many years ago did he become general manager of the Peabody?
White shirt.
I was looking.
Look for the one I did. What's that?
Sunday brunch for two.
Very good. Okay, next question.
What was significant about him selling his boat?
White shirt up front.
Yeah.
No.
We did it in 10 days in the summer.
Hey, no.
You picked one. Thank you. Sunday brunch for two.
There you go.
Why does he think his son moved to Chicago?
No,
Or
Colorado.
Red jacket.
He thinks it's because of marijuana.
You think that too?
Possibly.
I definitely believe.
What'd you get? What's it say on the front?
Sunday brunch for two.
Very good.
What's the spacing between his clothes and his closet?
I think it was hat.
Yeah.
2 fingers.
Very good.
It's like 2 fingers of scotch, isn't it?
I know, yeah, that's neat. What's that?
Shake leaf dinner for two.
Ooh, that's the big one. You got the big one. Next question. 3 more questions.
3 more questions. What's the family name that invited him to work for the Peabody?
I got it if no one else does.
Family name.
Wait,
Oh.
I know that, but like I already have one.
Red shirt and back row.
What is it? It starts with a V.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My brother went to high school with something.
What'd you get? It's on the front.
Sunday brunch for two.
That's
Very
a
good.
popular one.
Yeah, that had the most of them. The others were expensive. Chez Philippe dinner for 2 is probably about $250.
Wow. Thank you.
2 more
2
questions.
more. What is one of the places he had to work in Mexico?
Well, one of the
One of
cities
the
where
cities.
Locations.
Oh, I
There
know
you go.
too.
Who hasn't won?
she has it.
Cozumel?
Huh?
Cozumel?
Cozumel.
Cancun.
What you get?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, one. Last one. So if you already won, don't raise your hand.
Help that person.
How many years ago did he become president?
Uh-oh.
God, I have to think about that.
I looked you up on LinkedIn, so I know the exact
Yeah.
year in mind.
Oh, it's you. Oh, no, it's you. What's the answer?
16.
No.
5 years.
That's when I became general manager.
It was 5 years and.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, 5 years too much.
Yes.
What'd you get?
Appreciate a real dinner for two.
There you
What
go.
what other questions do we have for Doug? One back here, Doug.
So, Maisie, you want to know what you got?
Yeah, dinner, Chez Philippe.
Oh, did you already know?
Oh, we can take. What are the Peabody's AAA diamond ratings and then the 4-star rating?
So Forbes 4-star
Okay.
and AAA is 4 diamond.
Okay.
So we're 4-star, 4 diamond, and we're one of the 160 hotels, and the only one in Memphis.
Right. Okay.
What else?
Would you ever leave Peabody?
I always joke about this. Probably not. I'm paid really well. I've got a great life. I got a great home in Central Gardens. Great friends, but I get calls from headhunters probably once every few weeks, and my joke with the headhunters that if you're calling me to be president of the Broadmoor, I'm available. Anything else, not available. Does anybody know what the Broadmoor
You
is?
set the bar high, don't you?
Yeah. The
They want-
Broadmoor is probably, in my opinion, probably one of the nicest 5-star, 5-diamond hotels in the world. It's in Colorado Springs. The hotel is in a trust, a $2 billion trust. So the owner of the Broadmoor, about 2 years ago, put the hotel in a trust, which Steve Bordelon, who is the president, created the trust, and the owner put $2 billion in that trust to make sure that the Broadmoor was never affected and could never be changed or sold by one of his sons or kids or nephews. No one could ever touch the Broadmoor. So the Broadmoor, no one can ever affect it. It has a $2 billion trust, but the Broadmoor runs like 85% occupancy at about a $400 average rate. It generates probably more cash than any other hotel in the world. So it doesn't need the trust. Every year, it's so funny, I talk to the GM there and Steve Bordelon all the time. And their hardest job is at the end of the year deciding what capital project are they gonna do to spend money on, because they have so much cash. So, anyway, what else? The other
Let's,
question?
well, you got a couple more, then we're gonna give you a big round of applause.
Okay.
With you working like in so many different places around the world, is there a major like cultural difference in the hospitality industry from Memphis?
Oh, from Memphis? I think everywhere you work, it's different. I learned early in my career, I think mainly really from my family, my parents growing up